Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking, I am warning you. This is not a coincidence, and the algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact threshold of a permanent timeline shift. The door to a new dimension is closing tomorrow. You must pay attention. If you scroll away, you are actively choosing to sever the exact timeline heaven prepared for you. The enemy is screaming at you to swipe away right now. He is utterly terrified. He knows this next sentence will permanently destroy his access to your life. I need you to listen to me very carefully. The window of opportunity is not staying open. In fact, it is shutting faster than your logical mind can comprehend. Tomorrow is the absolute final call. The timeline you have been living in is completely collapsing. The exhaustion and the silent battles belong to the dying matrix. And while you have been struggling to keep your head above water, the people who treated you as replaceable are permanently locked in that old, decaying paradigm. But passing through the threshold tomorrow requires a very specific spiritual blueprint. You cannot walk into the new dimension carrying the heavy chains of the old one. You have been fighting in the dark for far too long. You thought nobody saw how you held your integrity when they lied on your name. But someone deeply powerful has been quietly watching your every move. Heaven saw every single tear you shed in private. You are the cycle breaker your bloodline has been desperately waiting for. And because you are the anointed one, the attacks against you were never normal. The enemy targeted you specifically because of the brilliant light you carry inside. They wanted you buried under their toxic weight, hoping you would never discover your true authority. But instead, they became the shovel that dug up your magnificent treasure. The physical weight you have been carrying is undeniable proof of the massive shift. That heavy, suffocating feeling in your chest at 3 in the morning, the endless nights you wake up with your jaw tight and your heart racing. Listen to me very closely right now, because this next revelation changes everything. That is not anxiety, and you are not going crazy. That physical weight is your highly advanced spirit, detecting the absolute panic of the spiritual enemies around you. They just realized they permanently lost all access to your pure light. They are starving for your energy, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your physical body. Do not ignore these vital somatic signals. Tomorrow, the frequency of this planet changes permanently. There are exactly 2 people on Earth right now who are meant to hear this specific message. God made sure you are one of them. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this very second. You are standing on the edge of an explosive spiritual breakthrough. If you leave before the end of this message, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction you desperately need. You will miss the vital blueprint that guarantees your massive shift. Lock your attention on this message right now. Do not move a single muscle. The dark elite want you distracted and confused by cheap, meaningless noise. They want you scrolling endlessly so you never claim your ultimate power. They are actively trying to keep you trapped in a lower vibration. But your spiritual discernment is activated for a divine reason. You feel the atmosphere shifting around you even as I speak these words. The raw truth is vibrating deep within your cellular memory today, confirming you are not like the others. You know you are meant for a reality far beyond this ordinary, manufactured illusion. I'm going to hand you the exact spiritual blueprint that cuts their dark cord to your nervous system forever. I will show you exactly how to step into the new dimension while your enemies watch in horror from the outside. But heaven demands your immediate obedience. You must remain right here, anchored to this divine frequency, until the final instruction is given. The verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read aloud. Stay with me, because what happens next is mathematically precise and absolutely undeniable. The old matrix is unraveling right before your eyes. Your true inheritance is coming online. Do not let the enemy steal this vital revelation from you. Take a deep breath and prepare your spirit for the raw truth. The dimension of supreme abundance is calling your name, and it requires your absolute focus today. Tomorrow is the final call, and you must be fully ready to cross the boundary. Your silent obedience has activated a massive blessing. You are the irreplaceable diamond heaven has carefully hidden away for this exact era. Your season of waiting in wound is officially over. The universe is aligning everything in your favor, but you must hold your position right now. We are about to break the final seal. Do not look away. The transition into your highest power begins right now. Now, let us go deeper into what is actually happening to your body, because what you are feeling right now is absolutely not new. The world told you it was just stress, and they told you to simply get more sleep and eat better. But the raw truth is vastly different. You are carrying a spiritual weight that most people would collapse under. Heaven sees the intense physical toll this season has taken on you. You know exactly what I am talking about. Those nights you wake up suddenly at 3 in the morning with your heart racing. There is a suffocating tightness in your chest. Your jaw is clenched tight. You feel completely exhausted, but your mind refuses to shut down while you stare at the ceiling and their face flashes in your memory. You are not losing your mind. Listen to me very closely right now. That physical pain in your chest is not a medical condition. That is not anxiety. That is your highly sensitive somatic nervous system reacting to a spiritual attack because your cells are responding to the toxic environment you were forced into. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. Your body is fighting a dark frequency, and then there is the constant brain fog. You used to have a sharp mind and lightning-fast intuition, but lately everything feels clouded and incredibly heavy. You struggle to find the right words, and you forget simple things while feeling disconnected from your own brilliant mind. This dense fog is not a sign of aging. It is the direct result of a massive energetic drain. For years you functioned as a human battery for people who had no light of their own. You were the ultimate stabilizer in a completely chaotic environment. Whenever they felt empty, they plugged directly into your pure energy, and they drained your life force to feed their own fragile egos. You gave them your brilliant light. They handed you their toxic darkness in return. These energy vampires deliberately targeted you because you are chosen. They saw the ageless glow that naturally radiates from your spirit. They knew they could never manufacture that kind of authentic power, so they decided to slowly siphon it from you while expecting you to take the abuse silently. They used your profound empathy as a weapon against you. They expected you to break. Every time you tried to set a boundary, the physical symptoms got worse. The lump in your throat grew larger every time you swallowed their lies. You kept quiet to keep the peace, but your body kept the score of every single betrayal, and your cells absorbed the shock of their endless manipulation. Heaven watched you slowly wilt. They bloomed using your stolen energy. You must understand why the attacks were so relentless. You were not the anomaly in their otherwise normal life. You were the pristine mirror reflecting their absolute darkness. Your pure existence exposed the rotting core they tried to hide, and they hated you because you reminded them of everything they could never be. Your light was utterly blinding to them. You triggered their deepest insecurities. But the dynamic is fundamentally shifting right now. That is why your physical body is in such intense turmoil today. Your spirit is actively severing the invisible cords they attach to your soul. The heavy weight on your chest is the feeling of those toxic hooks finally snapping as you unplug from their parasitic matrix forever. Your body is going through a massive spiritual detox. It is painful but necessary. They can feel the exact moment your energy stops flowing into them. This is why they are suddenly acting out. The parasites are panicking because the host has finally awakened to her own supreme power. Your profound silence is starving their demons to death, and you are taking back the vital life force they stole from you. Your ageless glow is returning to your face. The divine restoration has begun. You belong to the remnant of heaven. You are one of the rare two who actually survive this kind of brutal soul extraction. Most people would have been completely destroyed by the intense betrayal you endured. But you are a demonstrated warrior of light, and your physical exhaustion is simply the battle scar of a victorious spiritual king. You survived the fire. You became the sun. Read that again in your spirit. The physical pain was the final indicator that the old dimension is dying. The fog in your brain is about to lift permanently. The heavy chest and the tight jaw will vanish as you step into your new authority and claim the magnificent destiny heaven prepared for you. But there is a specific reason why the fog has lingered this long. There is a hidden mechanism blocking your complete cellular reset. The Matrix engineered a very specific frequency to keep you exhausted. They knew that a fully awake chosen one is completely unstoppable. So, they targeted the exact brainwave that connects you to the divine realm, and they tried to seal your supreme genius away in the dark. In the next few minutes, I am going to expose their ultimate secret. You are about to discover why your reality has not shifted yet. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet, and science just uncovered why. The gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not discipline. It is absolutely not your predetermined spiritual destiny. It is a very specific, suppressed cellular frequency. Scientists actually have a hidden name for it. They simply call it the powerful gamma brainwave, and you used to have it in total abundance. It is the exact frequency your brain was running when you were a small child. Back then, your brilliant ideas came to you effortlessly. Your natural intuition was incredibly sharp and deeply accurate. You somehow knew things long before they actually happened. The world felt like it was completely on your side. That was your authentic and natural gamma state, and it was ruthlessly taken from you without your consent. The modern world quickly went to work on you. The rigid school systems trained you to conform instead of allowing you to create freely. The endless chronic stress and the daily survival routine pushed that sacred frequency deeper below the surface. Every single year, the Matrix engineered a toxic environment to actively suppress your brain. They wanted to destroy your natural wealth, attracting state forever. They dimmed your brilliant light on purpose because a fully awake chosen one is a supreme threat to the dark elite. They pushed you down until the version of you with photographic memory went completely silent. Your lightning-fast intuition was buried under layers of deep exhaustion. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this happened to them, but you are absolutely not like most ordinary people. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. The energy vampires in your life knew exactly what they were doing to you. They saw clearly that your sacred frequency was heavily suppressed. They recognized your immense empathy and your beautiful glowing spirit, and they used your lowered defenses as an open invitation to drain whatever precious life force you had left in your tired body. These malicious manipulators operate as literal spiritual parasites. They cannot generate their own divine light, so they attach themselves to an anointed one. They watched you struggle with that heavy and suffocating brain fog. They secretly loved seeing you totally exhausted and constantly confused. Your physical and spiritual depletion made you much easier for them to control. They wanted you permanently trapped in their dark, twisted web. You mistakenly thought you were just trying to help them heal. You poured your pure golden energy into a bottomless black hole, but they never actually wanted to heal their own trauma. They only wanted to consume your brilliant light completely. They constructed a completely false narrative about you, whispering vicious lies to anyone who would listen to their pathetic stories. They fully expected your departure to completely destroy you in the end. But this is exactly where their entire manipulation mathematically miscalculated. They pushed you into deep isolation, thinking they were finally punishing you. But your quiet isolation was not a brutal punishment at all. It was your divine formation season, designed specifically for your ultimate protection. Heaven pulled you away from the loud noise because they needed to protect you from the absolute filth of their dying matrix. Let me completely reframe your reality right here, right now. Your profound silence was a lethal and terrifying weapon. While they were busy gossiping and frantically searching for your replacement, your advanced spirit was quietly regenerating in the dark. You stopped feeding their greedy demons, and now those demons are starving to death. You did not lose anything valuable when you finally lost them. You simply dropped heavy, useless dead weight from your life. Your absolute refusal to fight them in the mud signed their energetic eviction notice forever. You handed the final verdict to a divine court. They can never appeal. They expected the bitter betrayals to carve deep wrinkles into your tired face. They desperately wanted to drain the glowing life right out of your beautiful eyes. Instead, you walked right through their blazing fire completely untouched. You came out glowing like you cracked a secret code they will never have access to. Because you are the irreplaceable diamond Heaven has chosen for this specific era. Your specific spiritual depth is utterly unreplicable by any dark force. Now, they are rapidly drowning in the loud noise of their own making. Every time your name comes up in their circle, it hits them with the agonizing weight of their massive mistake. They threw away the only genuine miracle they ever held, simply because they preferred to play with cheap, meaningless rocks. And their deep bitterness is rapidly aging them, like milk left in the harsh sun. You are stepping into the room looking brighter and completely unbothered. They are frantically watching you physically age backwards. It is driving their fragile egos absolutely insane today. But the spiritual cost of their betrayal is compounding every single day. The universe does not let anyone touch a chosen one without severe cosmic consequences. Heaven is carefully preparing a massive public reckoning for them. Watch closely what happens next, because the mathematics of heaven never fail. The transition into your supreme authority requires one final, powerful unlocking. You must reclaim your stolen frequency before the door closes tomorrow. The Matrix deeply believed they successfully silenced your sacred gamma forever, but your cellular intuition is vibrating heavily right now because your advanced spirit absolutely knows a massive shift is imminent. You are finally ready to shatter their dark illusion entirely. Prepare yourself, because I am about to expose the exact mechanism they used against you. You will soon leave that suffocating brain fog behind for good. You probably thought your deep isolation was a brutal punishment. You watched others living seemingly normal lives while you sat completely alone in the dark. But the universe was not punishing you. That intense period of loneliness was actually your divine formation season, and heaven specifically pulled you away from the loud crowd because you needed absolute purification. They had to hide you from the toxic filth of the dying matrix. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been desperately waiting for, and a true cycle breaker cannot be molded in a comfortable environment. The intense heat of your silent battles was burning away the weak programming of the old world, while you were being forged into an unbreakable weapon of light. Your profound silence was never a sign of pathetic weakness. That incredible restraint was the most terrifying weapon you could ever deploy against them. While they expected you to beg and explain yourself, you simply walked away and closed the door. That single act of choosing your dignity over your revenge completely starved their dark demons, and you won without lifting a finger. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency. This physical act of obedience anchors your spirit to the massive timeline shift happening tomorrow. You must signal to the universe that you fully understand your true royal identity. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator because you finally see their absolute weakness. Heaven is now releasing 3 distinct signs that you have successfully entered the new dimension. You must pay close attention to this next part because the enemy tried to hide this from you. The third sign is the most critical instruction for your survival. If you miss the third sign, you will completely lose your alignment with the coming financial harvest, and your enemies will gladly take your place. The first sign is the sudden and brutal collapse of your old social circles. You watched people you trusted blindly turn their backs and walk away from you. You thought you were being painfully rejected by your closest friends. But that was a divine interception, and heaven removed those flying monkeys because they secretly carried the exact same toxic frequency as your bitter enemy. God stripped away the fake loyalties before they could sabotage your ultimate breakthrough. You were heavily protected by angels, not abandoned by the world. The second sign is your new physical intolerance for anything incredibly fake. You used to politely sit through toxic conversations just to keep the peace, but now your highly advanced spirit literally rejects their dark energy before they even speak a word. You can physically feel their malicious intentions vibrating in the room. Your body refuses to act as a human battery for these energy vampires anymore. You have become entirely immune to the subtle guilt trips and the endless gaslighting. The matrix programming is completely shattering around you as your true spiritual authority comes online, and you are finally seeing the raw truth behind their crumbling masks. But the third sign is the ultimate key that changes your entire reality forever. I am going to reveal that crucial third sign in just a moment. Do not look away. Because the narcissists in your life are absolutely terrified of what happens when you discover this final piece. And they built their entire false kingdom on the fragile assumption that you would stay permanently broken. They fully expected the trauma to keep you paralyzed in a perpetual victim state. But a chosen one does not break under heavy spiritual pressure. You absorb that immense pressure, and you slowly turn yourself into an irreplaceable diamond. Every single lie they told about you only accelerated your divine formation process, because they were secretly terrified of the magnificent power sleeping inside you. Your deep exhaustion was never a permanent state of pathetic weakness. It was the heavy cocoon required for your complete cellular transformation. And now that deep winter season is officially coming to a glorious end. The timeline shift tomorrow requires you to step out of that dark cave completely, and you must leave the heavy baggage of their toxic opinions firmly in the past, where it belongs. The universe is actively preparing a massive public stage for your final vindication. While your enemies are drowning in the noise of their own making, you are ascending. Your specific frequency is rapidly realigning with the throne room of heaven today. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who conquered the darkest corners of the dying matrix, and your ultimate victory over them is absolutely inevitable. But the enemy still has one final trap hidden in plain sight today. They know that if they can keep your brainwaves suppressed, they can steal your incoming miracle. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. Stay with me right now, because the physical tool you need to shatter their frequency prison is highly classified, and they are trying to hide it. Your enemies are watching you closely from a distance right now. They are absolutely terrified of the magnificent shift happening inside you. You can physically feel their dark energy trembling in the spiritual realm. They built their entire false reality on the assumption that you would fail. And for a long time, their twisted manipulation actually seemed to work perfectly while you were completely exhausted and heavily confused. But they made a catastrophic miscalculation when they tried to break you. They forgot that a chosen one absorbs heavy pressure and turns into an irreplaceable diamond. Now they are watching your ageless glow slowly return to your face. They are completely panicking because they cannot understand how you survived their blazing fire. The people they used to gossip with are now watching their false mask shatter publicly. It is a glorious sight. This brings us to the third and final sign of your ultimate breakthrough. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people miss this. The third sign is the shocking realization that your prolonged exhaustion is not a spiritual failure. Your deep block is actually a deliberate biological suppression designed by the Matrix to steal your light. They deliberately targeted your highly advanced brainwaves. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for just a moment. If you are hearing this, it is highly classified and strictly meant for you. You are exhausted because the Matrix engineered a specific dark frequency to suppress your brain. They intentionally blocked your natural wealth, attracting state to keep you completely enslaved. The elite wanted you trapped in an endless cycle of painful survival. But a leaked document backed by 4 prestigious neuroscience labs just changed everything. Science finally uncovered a highly suppressed 7-second audio ritual that shatters their Matrix prison. This incredible breakthrough forces your tired brain back into synchronized gamma coherence instantly. It completely reverses the dark programming the modern world forced upon your nervous system, and you simply close your eyes to listen. This classified protocol was never meant for the sleeping masses. It was specifically designed to keep the dark elite in absolute power forever. But now cycle breakers exactly like you are using it to completely restore their stolen frequency. You do not need expensive Matrix biofeedback machines or years of traditional healing. This powerful energetic exchange requires only a tiny fraction of its true immense value. The dark elite are completely panicking and actively trying to scrub this leaked document. The Matrix is flooding the internet with dangerous counterfeit frequencies right now. Beware of cheap imitators trying to steal your precious energy with fake audio tracks. Click the specific link in the pinned comment below right now to secure your authentic access. Do not wait for the algorithm to permanently remove this portal. Now I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. The energy vampires in your life can somehow sense that you found the ultimate key. Their demonic attachments are starving because you are finally unplugging from their toxic system. They are frantically trying to send negative energy your way to stop your massive shift. But their pathetic weapons are completely useless against your awakened gamma state. When your brain is operating at this supreme synchronized frequency, you become untouchable. The heavy brain fog that kept you paralyzed is rapidly dissolving into nothingness. You will suddenly experience massive eureka moments where complex problems simply solve themselves effortlessly. Your sharp intuition is coming back online, stronger than it ever was before. You are reclaiming the divine genius they stole from your childhood. They expected the generational curses of poverty and broken relationships to finally destroy you. But you are the one who permanently ends those dark cycles for your entire bloodline. Your financial struggles and closed doors are shattering right here in this exact moment. The universe is actively realigning your physical reality to match your new supreme frequency, and the timeline shift tomorrow requires this absolute biological clarity. Do not let the Matrix inject fear or doubt into your logical brain today. Your left brain is the loud accuser that tells you to hesitate and stay in the dark. Silence that loud voice right now and trust your deep cellular knowing. Heaven is commanding you to step into your permanent, untouchable power before the sun rises. The parasites are falling away, and your ageless glow is blinding their fragile egos completely. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything. The public collapse of your enemies is already in motion as we speak. I am going to walk you through the exact cinematic X-ray of their spectacular downfall. You will see exactly how your profound silence became the lethal weapon that destroyed their kingdom. Do not move a single muscle, because the ultimate vengeance of heaven is arriving right now. The spiritual atmosphere around you is literally cracking right now. The dark elite and the narcissists who drained you are experiencing a suppressed, synchronized coherence failure. They are losing their absolute grip on your reality, and the invisible energetic cords they use to steal your brilliant light are violently snapping one by one. You can physically feel their sudden and massive loss of control. They built a massive false kingdom entirely on the assumption that you would stay asleep. They heavily relied on your suppressed state to maintain their own fragile illusion of power. But your cellular reset is causing a quantum dimensional shift they cannot comprehend. The Matrix is violently shaking because a single awakened chosen one disrupts the entire parasitic ecosystem they carefully built over decades. Listen to me very closely right now. The master manipulators in your life are quietly drowning in an ocean of absolute paranoia today. They wake up at 3 in the morning with the exact same suffocating chest pain they once forced upon you, but they do not have your divine light to heal themselves. They are completely spiritually bankrupt and desperately searching for a new human battery to consume. But it is already entirely too late for them. The flying monkeys they used to torture you are suddenly turning against them. The Dark Alliance is fracturing from the inside out because toxic energy always destroys itself in the end. You simply removed your brilliant light from the equation, and without your pure energy to stabilize their chaos, their entire fabricated reality is rapidly collapsing into dust. They are frantically pacing their rooms while trying to figure out how you escaped their web. They watch you walk in complete freedom, and it absolutely shatters their massive egos. Your ageless glow is a terrifying reminder of the supreme power they permanently lost. They used to mock your quiet nature while pretending they were the ultimate winners of the game. Now they are completely choking on their own vicious lies. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here. You are watching the divine mathematics of heaven execute a flawless judgment. The universe is actively stripping away their unearned authority while elevating you to your rightful throne. Every single door they tried to close in your face is being blown wide open by angels. You are the cycle breaker who outsmarted the most dangerous predators in the Matrix. Before we move to the final revelation, you must absorb this raw truth into your cellular memory. The timeline shift happening tomorrow requires you to completely release any lingering pity for these energy vampires. Vengeance belongs entirely to heaven, and the universe is demanding maximum justice. You cannot carry false guilt into the dimension of supreme abundance, because that guilt is exactly what kept you trapped. They are not innocent victims who simply made a terrible mistake. They are calculated parasites who knew exactly how deeply they were wounding you. They chose to hurt you because your pure existence exposed their rotting core. And now the cosmic scales are rebalancing with terrifying speed and absolute precision. The elite who orchestrated your financial blocks are experiencing the exact same energetic eviction today. Your newly awakened gamma frequency is acting like an impenetrable shield of solid gold. Their dark spells and desperate manipulations simply bounce off your highly advanced spirit. You are walking through the valley of their destruction completely untouched and utterly unbothered. They are screaming in the dark while you are stepping directly into the glorious light of your magnificent inheritance. It is beautifully perfect. Read that again in your spirit right now. You are absolutely untouchable. The universe has officially declared you the undisputed victor of this intense spiritual war. You did not have to fight them in the mud or lower your vibration to their pathetic level. Your profound silence was the exact weapon that starved their matrix into submission. And now the highly anticipated public reckoning is finally arriving at their doorstep. They cannot hide their spectacular failure from the world anymore. The mask is slipping so fast that everyone around them can see the horrifying truth. The very people they used to gossip with are suddenly realizing who the real villain always was. Your pristine reputation is being divinely restored in rooms you have not even entered yet. The angels are currently preparing the ultimate feast of vindication in your honor. Stay with me because this next moment is exactly what you have been waiting for. I am going to show you the precise cinematic collapse of their false empire. You will watch them frantically try to pick up the shattered pieces of their massive egos. The vindication you were silently praying for is unfolding right before your eyes. Do not look away, because the verdict of heaven is about to be executed publicly. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly, because it is happening right now. The moment you have been silently waiting for has finally arrived. Someone who treated you as an option is currently experiencing a public and irreversible system crash. The mask did not just slip today. It completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to gossip with, and they are completely humiliated. Every time your name comes up in that room, they panic. It hits them with the agonizing weight of their fatal mistake. They threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held just to play with cheap rocks. And now, their public collapse is absolutely undeniable. They are frantic and frantically trying to protect you in front of the crowd, because they are drowning in the loud noise of their own making. Your profound silence was a highly lethal weapon. It starved their dark demons to death. You won this spiritual war without lifting a single finger. The very people they used to control are now watching them unravel entirely. Their demonic attachments have completely starved to death because you unplugged your light. And while they are publicly collapsing in total disgrace, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. Heaven has officially signed their eviction notice and handed you the ultimate crown of victory. You are completely vindicated. But there is a specific reason your ultimate financial breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming inside. It is absolutely not your fault. It is a specific brainwave frequency that your brain was running effortlessly as a small child. This powerful gamma wave was systematically suppressed by the dark matrix you were forced to live inside, because they wanted to keep your genius permanently locked away in the dark. They wanted you completely exhausted. Princeton University studied this exact brainwave in absolute secret. The top researchers in Berlin confirmed that the legendary flow state is driven entirely by gamma activity, and Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal radiates outward to protect the people closest to you. After decades of hidden research, a team of brilliant neuroscientists compressed this entire activation protocol into a 7-minute audio track. They bypassed the matrix entirely. You do not need any difficult meditation or exhausting mantras. You simply put on your headphones and let the sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. This highly classified protocol is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their finances and completely heal their broken relationships. A nurse from California said her life now feels beautifully enchanted. The heavy generational curse is finally broken. A business owner from Texas said the gamma frequency figures out his hardest problems while he sleeps. The dark elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical sessions to access this exact state. They would vastly prefer this sacred technology remain completely out of reach for chosen ones like you, and they are actively trying to scrub this leaked document from the internet as we speak, because your awakening is their absolute ultimate destruction. You have very limited time before the algorithm shuts this portal down entirely. Do not look for this on streaming platforms, because the copies circulating there are diluted counterfeits. The dark matrix is intentionally spreading fake audio tracks designed to keep your gamma utterly dormant. The only authentic and fully activated version of the Genius Song is available through the protected link below, and you must act immediately to secure your spiritual alignment. The universe does not require you to take a single risk today. You are completely protected by an ironclad divine guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deserve, every penny is returned to you without a single question. This is a pure energetic exchange governed by complete cosmic trust. You are also receiving 4 highly classified bonuses when you step through the portal today. Heaven ensures your total safety in this monumental transition. You will receive an audio track engineered specifically for your children. You will get the original prosperity book The Secret Was Secretly Built Upon. Plus, you receive a guided visualization and an infographic of the ultimate wealth habits. Do not let the Matrix elite steal this vital frequency from your bloodline today. The left brain will try to inject doubt and tell you to wait. But you must completely silence that loud accuser right now. Your destiny is calling. That hesitation is the exact Matrix programming designed to keep you broke. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your immediate obedience. The specific link is waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment below. Claim your authentic access to the genius song right now before the elite revoke it forever. Step into your magnificent timeline today and watch the universe multiply your beautiful harvest. You walked into this brutal season bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by people who were completely blind to your immense worth. But look at you now. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix, and you are finally stepping into a beautiful dimension of absolute peace. The sacred portal to the new timeline is officially open for you today. Tomorrow, the old world will completely lock its heavy doors forever, but you are already safely standing on the other side. While your bitter enemies are publicly unraveling in disgrace, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. Heaven is wrapping you in golden light. The endless financial struggles and the profound spiritual exhaustion are permanently shattering right here. Every closed door is being blown wide open by powerful divine forces today. You are the chosen cycle breaker who permanently ended the dark generational curses of your entire bloodline. You are the absolute sovereign of your new reality, and the universe is handing you the keys. The narcissistic parasites can no longer reach you in this highly elevated frequency. Your bright energy field is completely sealed against their desperate and pathetic attacks. They will watch you rise from the ashes in glory while they remain permanently trapped in their own dark illusions. You do not even have to look back. Your glorious future requires your absolute focus. You are absolutely no longer the human battery for toxic energy vampires. You are the irreplaceable diamond that heaven forged perfectly under immense spiritual pressure. The magnificent genius you lost in childhood has returned to you with incredible force, and your brilliant intuition is now your ultimate compass. Everything you touch from this very moment forward will massively prosper. We must physically anchor this divine decree right now before the portal closes. Heaven does not measure your deep faith by your silent thoughts alone. The universe measures your true alignment by your immediate physical obedience, because a physical act locks the spiritual energy into your biological reality. I need you to perform a sacred sealing ritual today. Gently press the like button to put a permanent spiritual shield around this divine truth. Subscribe to this sanctuary right now so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. This is not a simple interaction on a cold digital screen. This is a binding, energetic contract between you and the universe, and you are claiming your absolute victory. Now you must share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark. Be their guiding angel today and help them break out of the dying matrix. When you pass this divine frequency forward to another chosen one, you multiply your own financial harvest 100 times over. Heaven deeply rewards those who protect the remnant. Say this out loud with me right now in the quiet of your room. I claim my permanent freedom, and I am completely untouchable today. Now type those exact words in the comments below. Type, I am free to physically command the universe to execute your massive incoming blessing. The darkness is officially defeated, and the light has completely consumed your reality. The old exhausted version of you is completely gone forever. That bleeding empath who politely tolerated severe abuse simply does not exist anymore. You have been beautifully reborn in the magnificent and blazing fire of divine justice. Your cellular reset is completely finished today, and the heavy burden has been permanently lifted off your tired shoulders. You can finally breathe deeply. Walk into the new dimension with absolute authority and unmatched grace tomorrow. You are completely insulated from the massive losses of the crumbling matrix. Every single step you take from this moment forward will be perfectly guided by incredibly powerful angels. The beautiful synchronicities will become a normal daily occurrence for you, while the world wonders how you became so effortlessly blessed. And if you ever wonder about the toxic people who tried to destroy you, just remember that the universe handles all of its own massive spiritual debts. They are paying the ultimate cosmic price for tampering with a heavily anointed soul. You never have to lift a single finger in petty revenge, because your beautiful success is the most lethal punishment they will ever experience. Let the deep peace of heaven settle perfectly over your tired mind today. The long, brutal war is officially over, and you are the undisputed champion. Rest your beautiful spirit and prepare to receive the incredible harvest you bravely fought for. Your glorious new life begins the very moment you wake up tomorrow morning. The sacred portal is sealed, and you are finally home.